Welcome to Crypto Rosetta. My name is Savage, and today we're going to be looking at Ethereum. It's absolutely exploded to the upside, so we're going to discuss what is going on here. Okay, let's get into the charts now. So we were talking about this potential yesterday, looking for that possibility of a 1 and a 2 here, and then looking for that potential to actually be extending to the upside. The target we were looking for was this 2078. So we've actually come past this zone, and we're going to discuss these internals here. Potentially, I've got to change these up a little bit, and it is possible that we are either completing this third wave into this high, or alternatively, we have a little bit higher for this third wave still to come, and we do have some further extension within these waves. So we're going to discuss that now. So I'm actually just going to turn off this bigger move. Actually, before we do that, so the thing we're looking for here is basically looking to try and get up to this 2277 range for a 1.618 of this first move, where this becomes a 1-2, and then basically this would all be looking to extend out to the upside. So for the most part, we are heading in the right direction. We haven't managed to get up here though, so we need to just be aware that it hasn't happened yet. This could still look to break down if we do not reach this target zone. Okay, so what we are looking for here is looking for basically to see whether we've got extension. So what we are going to have a look at here, I'm going to just turn off all the things I don't need on the screen at the moment. So we were looking at this move like this yesterday. We were saying this could be 1, 2, this was 3, 4, and 5. So looking at the subdivisions again, we can argue two things. We could argue that we do finish in here. We have this fourth wave into here, and then this is our fifth wave. If this is the case, basically we'd be looking for a bigger fourth wave correction, something in line with this move here. If, however, we continue to push to the upside here, what I would think is more likely is that actually this third wave has completed into this high, and we could be looking for something rather like this, where we have this whole move here. We could look at this slightly different. We'd say 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 into here, and then this fifth wave to the upside into this high. And then this would give us basically an additional fourth wave here. So we can see that in comparison, this move and this move are already similar in size. It hasn't come down very deep though. So this can happen sometimes when we have a a bigger move to the upside here. We would be typically looking for the support zone here. I'm going to delete all these other target areas that we had previously. We would typically be looking for a move down towards this 236 region to this 50% if this is the case. But sometimes when we get more extended moves to the upside, our fourth waves might be shallower. And with that in mind, I'm just going to turn on. It's not on here. There it is. This 146 area, just in case we do come down a little bit deeper here. But basically what I'm looking for is, the potential that we could still have, a fourth and a fifth wave in here. It's possible this could be developing into a bigger structure, in which case, we could still look to potentially come down lower here. But if we are just looking at it in this manner, what I would be on the lookout for here is if we do have an extension to the upside, we could see this move look to complete up here towards this 21,148 to this 21,336 area. So this could then mean that we have that completed move into that high there, and that could be actually completed. The alternative is that we have a little bit more to come down here, because this was quite a simple move as a wave 2. So this could be ABC, we get a B wave, and then we drop back down and potentially come back and revisit this level of this 2094 to this 2073 region. So this would be where I'd be looking out for, just based on the fact that we've actually looked, to push up so high here. And really, we've already come up so high, and we need to be on the lookout. If we're going to look at this as this fourth wave, basically we need to be on the lookout for the fact that this move might actually truncate. So it might not reach this target zone. So we're going to have to keep an eye on the structure here. But basically this would be what I would be anticipating. If we do come deeper down here, potentially what we could see is this target area move up. So for instance, if we came down to this 382, that target zone could be up towards this 2163 to this 2142 area. So this is looking for that continuation, and whether we are still within a fourth wave here and then looking to push up for a fifth wave. If we do get a move like this, what this would then do is actually tie into the idea that we have another structure here as a 1 and a 2. So with this in mind, what this could then mean is that actually we have our bigger move here looking to actually complete up here towards this zone of this 2618, which is sitting towards this 2154. So if this is the case, this would mean that this third wave is actually higher up here, and that we have an additional fourth and a fifth wave potentially to come. So this is what we'll be looking out for, obviously, in the coming sort of days, to see whether we do get something like this as a a fourth wave into these zones here, and then which would be looking to target out this zone here, really, of this 2063 all the way down to this 1990 area. So this would be, a zone we could still look to come back and retest. We want to see something more substantial like this play out, where we're looking for this third wave to complete into these highs and then get this fourth wave. If we, however, lose this 1990 area, basically the possibility of this extending out becomes dramatically less, because we don't typically look to lose these zones as a fourth wave. It would also be a very strong third wave, so I would be on the lookout that potentially we could see a more sideways, choppy move playing out here, possibly over the weekend. We'd have to see how this plays out exactly, but we could see some kind of a slow, choppy grind out of this, or it could even be something like a triangle. Yeah, so, this would be what we're looking out for here, is either this third wave's completed here, in which case we could look for, a move down directly from this point towards this 2063 to this 1990. However, if we do get that additional push to the upside here, like we were talking about, then potentially what we could see is actually this move reject off of this higher zone here. And what we'd be looking out for is, this area here between this 2083 to this 2004 area as a wave 4. And we'd expect this to take a bit of time to play out and possibly get quite complex, because this is quite a simple move. It is possible, because we're originally looking at this move as a WXY. What we could actually see is a, a more simple direct move to the downside, which could actually target out this $2,000 level. So that would be a common area if we do get a zigzag. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on it. Potentially you can count this as a diagonal into this WX, and then you could possibly force a 5 wave count on here, but it doesn't really look neat in my opinion. So I prefer to look at it as WXY. So backtracking on what I actually said, what I'd be looking for here is potentially a more simple corrective structure in a zigzag. So if we do get something like that back into these lower ranges, then what we would have to be looking for is that continuation to the upside. So really the gist of it is, until we actually lose 1990, we still have potential to push to the upside. It is also possible that we have even further extensions within these waves, which just aren't apparent at the moment. For instance, like I said, we could still be within the smaller third wave here, and looking to push up higher. So, we need to just wait the confirmation. What I want to see here is structure that is significant enough to match against this to the downside. Until we do, we need to just be aware that this could continue to extend out, where even, we're looking at it like this, but, potentially what we could have is, even within this next wave form, we have a very shallow 2. This becomes a 3, we get a 4, we get a 5, then that would still be within this bigger white third wave. So really, until we get a good reaction, we're just going to have to be a little bit patient with this one, and see what happens. So the key thing here is we're starting to hit all these target zones that we've been talking about for a while now, and we've hit this 1618 already of this 2043, and now we've hit this zone here of this 2021. So that's looking at this as another 1 2. So basically what we'd be looking for here is additional fourths and fifths looking to build to the upside here, where we've actually hit these target ranges, and these are now going to be pushed upwards. So this is why, we're going to have to take this one degree at a time and sort of wait for the confirmation. So the first thing that I want to see is basically a move that relates to this. Then after that point, so for instance, if we come up here one more time, we want to see a move that's similar in size to that. Then after that point, what we want to see is a move that is similar in size to this move to the upside. So basically something like this. And then that's how we match these along the way. The key zone here, like I said, for us to get up higher here so that we can have better confirmation that we have this count actually in play, is looking for this 2277 range, which is completely viable at this point, because what would happen here is once we completed all of this other move, we'd have a third wave up into this zone. We'd be looking for a fourth and a fifth, and then this third would come up into this zone. So you can see how these would build up here, and be able to get up to this 1618 target. So if we do start to extend out here, what I'm going to be on the lookout for is, potentially even reaching this zone of this 2618 again here, where this becomes 1, 2, all of this becomes 3, 4, and then 2618 could look to complete this sequence. And then basically this third wave moves up here. So this is what we're looking for. Obviously, we don't have confirmation yet because we haven't completed these structures, but for as long as we continue to push to the upside here, it is looking very good. So we just can't fight the trend here at the moment. We need to be just respectful that the moves are pointing in the upward direction, and for as long as they start and continue to do that, we will be looking for that that potential for this move to continue to the upside. One thing I am being aware of is the fact that if we come back here, we have actually taken this high here, so that has invalidated any kind of a diagonal or triangle developing within this zone. So that is one of the options off the table. There still is, however, the potential that this move could be um, a bigger a B, and then a C. But if we continue to build this move and get, these bigger structures playing out here, we need to just be aware that by the time we push up with this move as a five-wave structure, it's going to take us pretty close into that zone which we're looking for that primary count, where we're looking for this 1618 up here at this 2450. So this is going to be our main key area. We're looking for this as a wave 3. If we fail to achieve that, it is still possible this could be a corrective structure. We've only just crossed this 1-to-1. We've got the 1236 ahead of us at this 2195, and we've still got this 2293 at the 1382, and then finally, this 1618 up here at this 2450 level. So we need to see this prove itself. At the moment we still don't have a completed structure here, but we're just tracking this, looking for this bigger third wave to the upside here. So this is what we need to keep an eye on. This is going to be a key zone for us, this 2450, and that would then give us a 1.618 of this move as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a 5 is what we'd be looking out for. So as soon as we move up into these zones, we'd be looking for that, that possibility of that fourth wave, which would then look to potentially come back into this high and possibly retest that zone. We'd have to take it one step at a time. Obviously, that's just speculation, but that's the general idea. So for as long as we continue to hold this low of this 1853, we can look for continuation to the upside. If we lose this point, it becomes less likely that we're going to see this continuation up. And really, once we start to break down, past this next one here of this 1762, if we don't have the good structure to the upside, we just need to be very careful that we don't have some other kind of a corrective structure up here, and we're still going to look to break down where we rather, instead of looking at this as a five-wave move, then we could, argue that potentially we look at this as A, B, C. This becomes a flat or a more complex correction here. We get another A, B, and then this move to the upside is a C, and then we just have a bigger corrective structure here, which doesn't develop into that bigger move. So this is what we're looking out for. We've got our targets. We need to hit them for this to continue, and yeah, that's what we're going to be keeping you up to date with. So make sure that you hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, hit that button too. Leave us some feedback down below. Also in the description, you will find a link to the Discord. Come check it out. It's free to join. As well as that, you will find affiliate links for both PrimeXBT and BYBIT down there, both great exchanges we use on a regular basis. Check them out for yourself if you do not have an account. Using the affiliate link does help support the channel, and we do appreciate it. Everyone have a great day. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.